Some lady that was walking by, I've never seen her in the area before, reached over the fence and grabbed my son and put him on her shoulder and just start walking away.
He doesn't have parents. I'm like, remember, that's my neighbor.
We already starting off bad. You let a woman reach over the fence and grab your kid, and you didn't chase her? Hold up. What?
Reached over the fence and grabbed my son and put him on her shoulder and just start walking away.
He doesn't have parents. I'm like, remember, that's my neighbor.
He was outside. He was naked. I got the little boy, and everybody was like, don't get the little boy. And I'm like, I gave it back to the mom.
On November 25th, 2024, officers responded to a residence following a report of a woman allegedly kidnapping a 3-year-old from someone's yard and fleeing the scene.
What's going on?
I was standing over there.
All right, guy, I can only hear one person at a time.
I was standing over at the fence over there. See the fence over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to keep getting
Well, I'm showing you.
Okay, I can see.
Okay, well, forget it.
I know, right?
Okay.
Like, officer, relax. She trying to explain it and you being weird, bro. Let her explain what's going on.
What happened is my son was playing in the yard
She walked
and
off.
I was literally sitting in the window. He was on the couch with his tablet. I just heard screaming, and then she went to knock on the door. Some lady that was walking by, I've never seen her in the area before, reached over the fence and grabbed my son and put him on her shoulder and just start walking away. She got till this point. The lady, our neighbor across the street came out.
Who's your neighbor across the street, her?
The older lady.
Okay.
And then she was walking. She's the one who knocked in my door. She took my son and walked to this point. She stopped them. He stopped. They stopped her.
Yeah.
And by the time I came outside, she was confused, and then I grabbed my son. She took off. She cussed us out, and she walked off. But never seen her before around here. Never seen her. I just move around here, so I don't really know over here very well.
What was she wearing?
She was wearing a white top with some shorts. She had sandals on her feet. I could get the picture from the phone, but she was wearing shorts.
By the way it sounds like, lady, you don't need a kid. It sounds like, I ain't saying you deserve to get your child kidnapped, because nobody deserves that. That would be a wild take. But what I am saying is, you don't deserve to have your kid. CPS might need to take him or something, or you just can't get a slap on the wrist. Like, what is your kid doing? If 3 years old, what is your kid doing outside by himself, unsupervised? Anything can happen. He gets stung by a wasp and go to a allergic reaction and just like pass out there, and you don't know nothing because you in the crib. You not doing good as a mother. Well, I'm sorry, that might be a bad judgment, but just based off this, if you leaving a 3-year-old outside by himself, like, that lady probably looked around and didn't see no adult and was like, yeah, this kid he too young to be outside by himself. Like, anything could happen. He could have crawled into an ant pile and the ants ate him up, and like I said, another allergic reaction. Like, anything could happen. Nah, shorty, you tripping.
She had a backpack on her back with a fire tiger. She had short blonde hair. She walked towards this way and then turned that way. I was so in shock, like I called my husband, he said call the cops.
You can text her today, but can I see it first? Yeah. They're gonna go look for her as well. What if I take it?
No, of course, bro.
What way she went? This way?
Yeah. And then she turned to right, like to that little.
Yeah.
The older lady here, because she had a clear visual, saw her get the child out of the yard, and I came sprinting from over there, bro. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
See, he doesn't have parents. I'm like, remember, that's my neighbor. That kid belongs in that yard. Well, she kept on walking, and I didn't get the whole thing on video, just that little part.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, man. So do your thing. Don't let me interrupt if you need me. I mean.
Yeah, I'll give you a call or something if anything. Thank you so much for everything. I have the photo of the lady. I have all your neighbor's information, all of your information, your son's information. So your case number is going to be up top right next to case number. I'm going to be the primary officer on this. That's going to be my name right here. If we find her, do you wish to press charges against her?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I just needed to ask that just in case, okay?
Thank you.
No problem. If you happen to see her again or something, just call right back.
No problem.
All right.
And the lady said sorry and just walked.
She walked towards there. I mean, she tried the lady who came and knocked on my door, she was having, an altercation back and forth with them, but my main concern was getting my son out of her hand, and, And then once I did, she's like, sorry. And then she just walked off.
You just said sorry?
She looked at me in the eye and said sorry. And she walked off.
She was Spanish or white?
She looked Spanish because she was talking to the lady, the older lady, neighbor.
Was she talking to him in
She was
Spanish?
talking in Spanish.
Okay.
Hello.
Speak English?
En español, Spanish, de todo. Ella vive allá. Yo de aquí para acá me puede preguntar, de ahí para allá yo.
So he don't want no parts of that.
Nothing in his nose. You see her?
So what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, I do.
Okay, so you have a kid.
I
Is it a boy or a girl?
do. A boy and a girl.
And how old is your boy?
He's 11.
Okay.
I just found a little 3-year-old. You guys don't know.
You just found a little 3-year-old.
It was
You collect kids?
I can't even think right now. 2 blocks to the left.
Where you found him?
He was outside. He was naked. He was
Outside?
like with a shirt and his everything was naked. And I asked for the people around to call police, and nobody would call police. And I told the little boy, "Where's your mom?" And then he said no.
So where's the little boy now?
Well, they were gonna. I got the little boy, and everybody was like, "Don't get the little boy." And I'm like, I gave it back to the mom. I gave it back to the mom.
So,
Mom
okay.
was there and you still took him?
No. When the mom came out, I gave it back. And then everybody.
Gave it back. You gave it back like it's some type of basketball or something. You gave it back. This right here, she probably like takes kids and I don't even want to think about it, but she wanted them. If you know, you know.
He was against, and when I said to the little boy, "Where are you coming from? Would you like to play? Whatever," and he goes.
So where was he? He was on the street, the sidewalk. Where you
No,
found him?
he was outside in the playground. I go, "Where's mom? Hi, how are you?" And he goes,
Where's the
mom?"
playground?
And outside outside the house.
Take her to jail, dog.
This was secure for now.
She take
We're gonna handcuff
kids.
you, okay? Just for now.
My mom didn't even look upset. My mom didn't look upset.
Do we have, you said that a neighbor saw,
Yeah.
you have this info? Do we have that
I have all the
info
43.
of him?
Everything.
Phenomenal. Perfect.
Do you
And
need
then
it?
there was another gentleman who stopped me saying that he knew the mom and the kid. And I asked him, "Are you from military?" He said that he's from the Air Force. He said, "Are you okay? Do you need anything?" And I said, "Some cigarettes." And he's like, "No, come. You look hungry. Let's get you something to eat." I said, "No, that's okay." He said, "Where do you live?" And I said, "About 3 blocks away." And I walked away.
Drug activities.
There's a house over here. It's a black and white house. I'm here in the car. As we step out with the healing to my around.
Anyone was in there?
That's another red flag.
Okay.
What happened to the little boy?
Why you worried about the little boy?
This is a copy of the property, okay? All the property that we collected is going to be on the sheet, so when you get out, you'll be able to get it all back.
So
Say it again?
when do I get out and what?
Whenever you're going to see a judge, hopefully maybe today or tomorrow, and then know.
Hopefully.
Hello, how you doing?
Hi, did you hear about an incident that happened earlier?
Yes.
Is mom here?
She's at work right now, so you want me to call her?
Are the children here?
Yes.
Okay.
My son here.
Okay. Your dad?
Yes.
Okay. Can I come in?
Yeah. When you're here, you can really see what's going on over there. So probably she told me like probably the lady called him, and there was a neighbor over there, and the lady like reached over the fence and took him, tried to run away with him. And the lady, what are you doing with these people, kid? And she said that's my son. That's my son.
She said that?
That's why that lady told us. So, and she called me on the phone. I told her to call the cops, and that's why they called the cops. And after they came and they found her.
So how long after did mom realize that he was slapped?
I'm not sure because I was at work, so I'm not really sure.
I wonder, is this the son in question? Is this the little boy? He might be bigger than 3. He might be bigger than 3, and he might be a little old enough to play outside, but at the same time, not unsupervised.
Has this happened before?
No, never. It's a nice neighborhood, so they always playing in the backyard.
Hi.
Does he know anything about stranger danger?
Yeah, this might be the kid.
Well, we talked to him about that, but it's not really.
Did you guys get a chance to?
Not really.
You said you weren't here. Did Mom have a chance to talk to the lady? You try to go.
No, because when I think when the neighbor like told her that, then the neighbor knock on the window, then she went over there and grabbed him. He didn't even. She told me like he can even let the boy go. Drag him from here. From here, then she was over there. Then they said that they're gonna call the car. Then she just went away. But she said that she see her face.
Daddy, over there.
Little homie too friendly.
Yeah,
They caught her and they arrested her today.
Oh, what's the star?
That was on day shift.
Can you tell me what happened today?
The cloud.
The clouds. What's your favorite color?
White.
White. What do you like to do for fun?
Black.
What do you like to do for fun? You don't like playing video games no more? Yeah?
It's black.
Anybody else?
Another star.
Besides you, your wife, and the kids?
Yeah, but that's the efficiency, so
The
so
star.
the main part, yeah.
That's who we met with earlier.
It comes to stars.
The
1,
neighbors?
2,
One of 4 in that efficiency, I guess is what he was saying.
4.
But they're not part of your household. You guys don't function together.
No, we with the neighbor.
Hey, side note. This is kind of like random, but he was like counting stars just then. And well, I know for a fact, when I was younger, I don't know, my parents did this. I don't know if they was telling me the truth or not, but they said never count the stars. This is weird, but they said never count the stars. It was something about it. I don't know. But they just told us, was it counting the stars? I feel like that's what it was. Never count the stars. I can't remember, but it was something bad. It was something bad. And to this day, I'll never count the stars. I want to call my mom and ask her, what was it? I'm leaving it alone, sorry.
So we talk when we see, but this people, they're not really.
The last one.
But they didn't talk to that lady, so what she said?
I'm not sure. That was the shift prior to ours. I just know we were just informed of the situation that happened and that they made an arrest off of it.
The woman was charged with confining a child under 13 without parental consent and kidnapping.
On May 12th.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I think that the mother should get some type of counseling, and that lady should go to jail. They should do an investigation to see if she's actually taking multiple kids. They should do that. Because that situation just ain't right. It ain't right at all.